Hi everyone, I'm Christine, and in this video I'm going to discuss the do's and don'ts of first dates. So you finally had the courage to ask her on a first date, and now you're trying to figure out, where do I take her, what do I wear, what do I say, what do we talk about, etc., etc. So first, let's talk about what you're going to do. One, it's nice to take her to dinner, but I think you can be a little bit more creative. Ask her a few questions. Don't get too deep. Don't let her know that you're planning something special, but just ask her a few things to find out what she likes. Maybe she likes poetry readings. Maybe she likes to go cycling. Maybe she likes to paint. Maybe she likes to go bowling. Maybe she likes to do certain things that you wouldn't normally have known. Do just a little bit of research and plan something to let her know that you were thinking about making sure that this first date was fun. Now, the things I would suggest not to take her to, don't take her to anything that's like really, really extremely testosterone based, unless she likes stuff like that. I would name stuff like boxing, MMA fighting, stuff like that. I don't really care for, so I wouldn't want to go to anything like that. If she happens to be into that, then I think that would be a great thing to go to. You don't want to take her to this like man-infested mosh pitting rock concert where you can't even hear her. Your conversations would be like, "Hey, so what do you want to do after this? Maybe if you're hungry, we could go out to eat." I don't think that that would impress her very much. Personally, I think good ideas for first dates, stuff like putt-putt golfing, a comedy movie, something casual, maybe a cafe where there's some live jazz music or something. Something where you can go, again, dressed casually and not having to put too much thought into everything. Now you got to figure out what you're going to wear. So I hope you picked an activity for the first date that involves something fun. So I like when a guy wears casual jeans, clean shoes, a nice shirt, maybe a plaid shirt would be nice. You know, make sure your hair, a nice fresh haircut's good, but you don't have to have that. That's not necessarily something that's going to impress a woman. I like it when a guy can be a little bit scruffy. Maybe he didn't shave this morning. Maybe he has his, 2-day stuff going on here. His hair's done good enough. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. I like when a man takes care of himself, but not when he's too clean and primed and pretty. I don't like pretty boys. I like for him to be a man. I wouldn't suggest going to any sort of activity where you'd have to wear like a suit. So try and pick an activity again where you can dress casual, so you don't have to be all primed and pretty and have the little flower and carnation in your pocket. That's just too serious for me. Now, what do you talk about? Do's and don'ts. Tell her a funny story. Maybe when you were a kid, your mom used to dress you funny, make you wear pink shirts to school, or maybe you thought you were Michael Jackson, so you'd sing in front of the mirror in your socks and do the splits. People like to feel comfortable, and I feel really comfortable when people can poke fun at themselves and we can laugh with each other, at each other, all of the above. Don't talk about how you see ghosts or that spirits meet you at night in your bedroom. Definitely don't talk about ex-girlfriends. Don't even talk bad about them. Don't talk good about them. Don't talk about them, period. The girl is going to think, obviously, your heart is still with someone else. Do talk about things that you like to do. If you like to go snowboarding, if you like to go skating, if you like horror movies, tell her. Because then she'll reply with, "I like that too," or "I don't really care for that." So then you get a feel for the things that she likes, and that way the next date you can know another activity or something fun that you can plan that you know she's going to enjoy, and you're not taking a guess and taking her to go fishing and she absolutely hates it. I would say not to mention certain things about you as well. You want to be honest, but you don't want to say anything that's really incriminating about you right away. if you've had some bad past, maybe you've gone to jail. Try to focus on the good things about you. I don't really say a lot of the bad stuff. I'll share a story with you guys. I was on this date, and this guy was talking about how he just got out of prison and how he likes to smoke weed and go surfing and how he's unemployed. And that's all that he talked about. He didn't talk about anything else. I mean, everyone, sometimes you're unemployed, sometimes things happen. But you don't want to sit down with someone and go, "By the way, my name's John, nice to meet you. I don't have a job, and all I do is smoke weed and surf." That's not that promising. Definitely not. It also didn't help that when we got in his car, he had one of those things that obviously he got a DWI for. So he had to install that thing where you breathe in it every 15 minutes just to start your car. So as soon as I got in the car, it was like 15 seconds later, it says, "You are clean. You can start your car." Not a good look. Not a good look. It was definitely really entertaining. I didn't give him my phone number, and we did not go on a second date. Mention the good things about you and focus on those.